Wait, the Sports Illustrated, how was that? The photos were iconic. I was like gagged looking at them. Yours so like it radiates. Like the sexiness is off the charts.
Thank you. I loved it. I felt hot as heck. I think it's like, people ask how was it being in a bikini again. I just think it's so cool to be able to showcase my body in that sort of way, and I think people really love it. And you do it on your channel as well, like just showing. You know, I think that's something about us is like my content is for muscular girls, bigger girls. Your content is for like mid-sized girls. Like I love that we can be creators for people. So I was seeing Instagram recently of like follow those people who look like you, who you see yourself in. I think that just can be really helpful. So I love that girls can see my SI, see my bikini photos if they have the same build as me and be like, oh, okay, look at her. Like look at her being herself, feeling confident in it. So I just think it's so cool to see the many different body types on social media, and I think we need that. I do suggest to the girls out there, follow the people who you see yourself in, follow those who aren't putting out the most perfect image, because it definitely helps.
I literally followed someone the other day and then I thought, is following this person going to make me think I needed to buy new clothes every single week? And I was like, unfollow. Because I saw this video and I was like, oh my God, I love her style. I love her haul. And then I was like, wait, but I don't think this is actually going to make me feel good in my current life. It's going to make me think I
Right.
need the new next thing. So yeah, curate that algorithm for you. If it doesn't make you feel good, block.
How have you actually been doing with, I mean, we talk about it a lot, but like your own body image with being online and with the, I don't know if it's an epidemic, but like, this thinness epidemic and changing your
Yeah.
body and seeing all this. How are you combating that, or how do you deal with it? It's hard.
It's so hard. I saw another day. It's like, we lost another one. Like there was a girl who I like loved that she had her body and it made me feel good. And I looked to her and can't make assumptions, but it's not the same. And so
Yeah,
that's
something happened.
that's
Yep.
hard. That's hard. And honestly, at first, I was very triggered because I think my whole life that's what I wanted. I want a magic pill that will make me lose 20 pounds. And I feel like that's basically what came out with these GLP-1s. And so when it first came out, I was like, yeah, part of me was triggered. Like, oh, this thing exists that I would have taken if I was 18. But now I don't remember. It was like a year or two ago when this all came out. Remember when we didn't know the word Ozempic? Like, can we go back to those times? Please. They were historic.
Miss it.
So at first I was triggered and then I was able to be like, I empathize with people who don't feel good in their body and they need to, whatever any woman needs to do to feel good in her skin and enjoy her life. I want her to do that. I
Yeah.
think I'm just really big on transparency. I think, I've never liked when a celebrity gets plastic surgery and then I see a poor 14-year-old girl in a gym doing 100 butt crunches and I'm like, sweetie, you're not going to get the butt by doing those. Like the butt's not real. But then the influencer, the celebrity is not being transparent that it's a BBL, right? So I think for me, like as long as we can be authentic and transparent, that's what matters. But now I think it's just more important than ever to be posting like body positive videos and showing how you look from different angles and your size of your clothes because I think we need that energy to remind people, sometimes even myself, that like we don't all have to be super stick thin.
And that's something that I do is like I post constantly body positivity because it's never gonna end. Like this battle will never end. And for every time they see a video of me being positive, and it's not even like body positivity, it's like I like to say body appreciation because shoot, you and I both, like everyone on this call, we don't love our bodies all the time. But like, can we learn to appreciate it? But like I post a video about that. And then, two down is something that completely is the opposite of that. So it just feels like it's a constant battle. So I commend you for continuously putting that out there. And I mean, I also, though, I understand how tough it is because I see these women who do change themselves and I'm like, dang, but it's hard. I don't know how to explain it.
We
It's so hard.
We've been programmed since we were literally born and we could consume media to believe that we all need to be smaller. Like literally there's no
Right.
end in sight. Just be smaller, be skinnier, wear a smaller number clothing. So it's really doing a lot of unlearning to realize that like every body is going to have a set point weight that's different and not the same, and all types of bodies are beautiful. And it's really like overexposing and over indexing in the other direction, because yeah, you could spend a week on like the wrong side of TikTok and Instagram, and that can really get in your head. But I've really set up a lot of boundaries with myself. I don't weigh myself. I don't count my calories. I don't comment on my friends' bodies. I don't expect people to comment on mine. I like you said, I follow accounts that make me feel good about myself. And I just try to take my time and reset and remember that peace with my body and food is my priority. Being at peace with your body and food is what I want. Not being in a certain dress size, not being, because if I'm in that dress size, I'm thinking about food 24/7, because guess what? That's not my natural weight. That's not my weight when I enjoy my life. So I always come back to what do I really want? And it's peace with my body and peace with food. And that means living my life the way I'm doing it now.
I think it's such a journey, as Ilona's talking about. Like, you're always learning, your body's always changing. The older you get, you're constantly meeting new versions of yourself as you keep changing and your body changes. For me, I don't weigh myself either. But I say accidentally stepped on a scale. I was weighing like luggage, and it was the kind of like the luggage was too big to just put on the scale. So I was like, I got to get on that thing and then subtract my weight from that. I was like, let's do it. I was like, let's go, girl, get on there. And I got on there and I was like, shit. Like, I saw the weight and I was like, wait a second. And like, of course, your initial reaction is like panic, like freak out. Society says that's not right. But then again, I'm 5'11". There's a lot of women here. I gotta be that weight to like walk around essentially, you know? And so at first that number was really in my head. And then I was looking in the mirror. I was like, okay, if that's the number, but why do I look so good though? You know, but that's taken a lot of learning. And it's weird enough. I think social media has helped me because it took a while, but I do post my body in bathing suits, and I do more of that exposure therapy, where at first I'd be like, oh, I don't like the way this arm looks here, or I wish I wasn't posing like that. But it's like, hey, that's what I look like though. That's what I look like, and I'm going to put it out there, and that feels kind of rebellious in today's day and age, and maybe it's going to help somebody else feel better about themselves too, but I hear you.
And I think like confidence is honestly the sexiest, most physically attractive thing about a person, is like when you're just confident in who you are. And you know, I have friends in the modeling industry who will say the most beautiful women on paper, right, to society standards, are the ones on set who are like feeling the most insecure or still feeling like they're not perfect in some way. I don't know if you guys know Emily DiDonato, but she's a gorgeous supermodel. She was the Aqua de Joya girl when we were growing up. And I had her on my podcast, and she was talking about how she was not fueling herself, so not in a great place, being told by people she wasn't good enough for jobs. And meanwhile, I remember walking through an airport thinking that's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. And if I could look like that girl, I'd have no problems. And then here I am years later interviewing that girl, and she's saying that was the worst I'd ever felt. So really, like, it's to love yourself now, to accept yourself and realize that you're worthy of love now. You're worthy of enjoying your life now. Eat the food you want to eat, move your body because it deserves to be moved, not because you hate it. You know, all of that stuff is so important to rewire.
It is an ongoing battle, and we will keep fighting the good fight here. Thank you, everybody. Strong soldiers.
Everyone join hands.